we they can talk about quite interesting, the Begga Begga syndrome. I mean, Israelis over dependency of on foreign aid. I mean, 64 years down the line, we don't depend on foreign assistance or foreign help. So we actually don't get along as a nation, and how we go able for pick up the pieces, and how go able for make things right. And remember, Salone is blessed. That, of course, is something we need to shy away from. We're blessed. I mean, we get a lot of minerals, if not close to 20 different kind of minerals, and of course we get good soil. I mean, for plants. You look at tourism, part of it, we beach them. They're one of best. I mean, we look at beaches them across the world. So there are so many things we Leone can boast of, but yet still we depend on people them outside for kind of for solve we problem them. And I can recently remember the fight of COVID-19, and remember we President Donald Trump take over as President of the United States of America. And Donald Trump withdraw from WHO, and of course we seize some amount of help we if we give to people outside America. We struggle in the fight. A lot of people go on for disagree, but at that point in time we feel like between February to March coming to April, we struggle with the fight against COVID-19. And another challenge again will be get, you look at the MCC, where we therefore do the $480 million. I mean, that whole day, we therefore shake we small as a country. I mean, people be worried, and you see the jubilation when, I mean, that grants they safe be therefore will be approved, say Salone get that grant. You see people be glad because this get for help with energy sector. And recently we saw the 2.2 billion, the mission 300 as well. I mean, government gladdy. And this is not clear, but from our findings from 2018 to 2025, 7 years, President Julius Malabio don't travel plenty time. I mean, the figures, they are mixed. Some can say you don't travel over 150, some could say you don't travel over 230, some 220. The figures are not clear, but the presidents don't travel plenty time. And one of the statements we make earlier in 2019, so the president will talk about the reason why they travel plenty, and for clean the country image. Go out there, look for money, how we will come and build this country. Is it, we are not questioning it in plenty travel, but don't you think we get something within we country, things that within we country who for look at and say, let's invest, or let look into those things and try for make we nation beautiful. Remember the ex-ambassador, US ambassador, we talk about say America, they look up to partnership, not people we could depend on them. I mean, at some point you make your country beautiful, you make your country attractive, and they bring in investors for come and invest. And we have them. We have gold, we have diamonds, we have plenty minerals, as I say, close to 20, and we have good soil. We can deal with agriculture and all. With tourism, beaches they are beautiful. What are we doing as a nation? So also don't get wrong over the years. I mean, since independence, you look at the tough buildings in this country. I mean, they are from foreigners, the Chinese, you name it. I mean, and they do their work in the for we. And even up till now, they are still, I mean, helping us. Go ask them for help and come, including with National Stadium. We're not even done it safe, but it's a help from outside. So this is what we can discuss 64 years of independence. I mean, also don't go wrong. We still depend on people. The last time, sometimes in June or close to the ending of May, we talked to Honorable Alpha Khan, this presidential spokesperson, talk about 50% of which they get as a nation. It's from foreign aid. So this, should it be a concern? And that's what we're going to talk about in the program this morning. So not going on side, we expect to get economist for can be part of the conversation. We expect so you forget Mohammed Kamara, a journalist and of course a social commentator, and also Prince Jacob Macaulay, economist and of course private development consultant. So now then some people already get in the program this morning for me could discuss so we don't go wrong as a nation, why we for depend on people them for help. get Mohamed Kamara in the studio, journalist and of course a social commentator. Good morning, boss, and welcome to the show.
Good morning, thank you for having me.
You can come close to the mic a bit, yeah?
Good morning, thank you for having me.
All right, so we get very important, and we expect to get Prince Jacob, an economist, and for be part of the conversation this morning. But for Kamara, let's start off this conversation. I mean, 64 years down the line, we became independent, 1961, up till now. I mean, Salone don't depend on foreign aid. I mean, people for come help we outside. It's waiting. We feel like we supposed to do as a nation. I mean, down the line, 64 years, we still depend on people outside for come help we. What's your view so far?
Thank you very much for having me. This question, what motivated me more for come? I've been along for quite a long time.
Okay.
Forget a medium when they ask me this question, electronic per se. I got a different view as an academician. I'm also because I'm proud of my school. All right. We'll never get the question right. For the young generation, if we fail to get back into the political history and tell this nation, say, a vacuum was left behind for one reason or the other. And it will take us a long time to cover the vacuum day because we failed, we would have been now as one of the West Africa's most relative country,
okay,
in terms of all types of development. Africa is #1, just like Namibia and Botswana today. But something happened, and that thing will happen. People are not talking about it today. They always talk about new issues, new things, And I stand to tell you, say, until we get back into history and bring the people in today, what it really happened, what it bring about within Lexo, you'll never get the story right.
We don't talk about the history. I mean, our transition from British colony to that of independence. And I want to remember, we began a story in the Bible where there was, I remember later on, when this speaking asked, say, well, Papa, I won't forget me inheritance. I won't forget me own say. I won't forget me own money. And then Papa talked to him, but he said, won't go. And that was the exact situation we feel like happened. The independence of Sierra Leone. We wanted it. We want to be independent. And the British grant we that, okay, we're not able to stand on our own. And there was no way where you feel like the British could say, no, and when they left for now, for me, couldn't go. But it's something that we asked for.
I like it. I like the question as well. Let me come back to it. When the SLPP was formed in 1951, on the ongoing, there was a big split among themselves. It was my father of Gambia, paramount chief, who recommended Samuel Timaga for be a prime minister because he say he no go be because in a paramount chief, right? Then going, you get a composition during the mid-50s where people like Sheikh Stevens, Albert Magawan have been brought out to Milton Magai, and Kefasma split from them. Kefas Smart. Before we get independence, we form your own political party. The APC, the former independence, they established the July 1960, officialized September 1960. What happened? That the present political tussle between the two political parties started a long way, and a generation vice. And I tell you, from one generation to the other, you look back to the old, the behavior is always the same.
Okay,
I'll come to that. We came at a time when from 1960 to the 1961, Ken Fasmato Biwale Milton Magai ruled at all. There was a very serious tussle. However, he was a crown man because he equally struggled like any other Sierra. But let me come to this very important. One thing for make Sierra known, that there is no ethnic group where it get a monopoly over a given political party.
All right, so yes, I know that we want to go deep into history, but our conversation here is, Pakamara, also we don't go wrong as a nation. With all what we get, I mean, we get gold, we get diamond, I mean, we get so many minerals them, and of course we get a good soil. I mean, it's plenty country. I talked to somebody the other day, and one of the reasons why make a Canada country, now for can enjoy. We beach them. I mean, we're there amongst people who get the finest beach in the country. But yet still, we're able to utilize them internally for make we solve your own problem. Also, we get wrong from independence. That's my initial question.
Let me bring an instance of where we get wrong.
Okay.
And like today, all the previous presidents, the succeed presidents after Sheikh Stevens, believe me, you just paint the wall, everything would have been in place.
Okay.
God let it sleep. God loves Sierra Leone. God give him minerals them. The environment perfect anywhere you go in the world. They tell you about that. But something went wrong. People don't know this, but it happened, and this would have facilitated an easy going for Sierra Leoneans where you don't ever think of migration like the Botswana counterparts. God give us a star diamond of Sierra Leone. That star diamond of Sierra Leone, after the first most expensive precious diamond in Sierra Leone was discovered in Botswana by history, Sierra Leone the second country forget the second most precious diamond in Africa.
Okay.
Then Usa will go sell her. The Americans then come, they say, when I sell with this diamond, give her 25 years, we'll repair all sectors as Salone. For justify what I tell you, if I successive president, then this so now, therefore make a long term. Believe it, listeners, believe it, you go back on the research this time, Mohammed Kamara, who started with journalism in 1974, that diamond, nobody knows who they sell her. Britain, we be the support with the talk, say, look, we will not support Sierra Leone again because 13 of Sierra Leone's ministers under Sheikh Stevens rule, they're all billionaires in African standard, all millionaires in European standard. That diamond was not neither accounted for.
That was within 1967 or?
No, that was the mid-70s.
Mid-70s, okay.
Before even the mid-70s, we get a star diamond of Sierra Leone. We knew that.
Okay.
So for America being Canada for 25 years, they should develop all sectors them.
So basically, step by step, if Sierra Leone don't sell that diamond to America, according to you, it should have been a different situation.
Yeah.
Now that's what it's trying to say.
Yeah, sure, thank you.
Okay, continue.
Then put the money in question judiciously. Now they will consult the revenue fund, right? That would not have been a problem again for Swedish wise.
So I think 74, that was Sheikh Stevens president.
That was Sheikh Stevens. That will not talk about the one party political system. That's politics. Now we talk about the economic bastardization we go before. Wherefore we create an avenue for develops are much more further. Then comes the NDMC, the National Diamond Mining Company, was closed. Then comes the Sierra Leone Produce Marketing Board. You talk of say Malaysia came here, then Teku Bangago and that today now Malaysia had the leading world supply of wheat and palm oil.
You have to talk about probably we not be able for realize the quality of things that we will get at that time there.
No. There was no patriotic or nationalistic virtue in the hands of our previous politicians in this country.
Okay.
And this time people didn't realize it's just a good rush. If we had been so nationalistic and so patriotic, love our country like other countries, namely Namibia and Botswana and Rwanda, how they came to the into pain, right? Believe it, all this would not have happened. What happened? I'll tell you here, listeners and viewers of Silk Epic, say most of when they talk about laundry now, that was a time when even the international investigative forces were not up to date. A lot of Salone work, right? You go abroad. Swiss Bank, they get most of our wealth. Then they ask the question, how could you get back the money that was legally transferred to Swiss Bank? They say, we're not still qualify it because we work for less to organization for promoting vice. Mr. Sir, during that epoch, we're talking of new colonialism. Then they begin to for Kaisawe because we get the president who back in Able, just like Mobutu, all in wealth in Able and Morocco. I'll tell you this. This is the disappointment we get from our African presidents. Talk of Sheikh Stevens, think of what other countries happened the same. Nobody knew that of all Mobutu, most of his wealth were they go down Morocco. And today Morocco is a standard country in Africa in terms of economic development. It will never return back that money. So then come the political chaos among the two political parties there. But throughout us, a media man from the 70s, voting me see but that true nationalistic and patriotic value, it failed and it continued to fail.
It's something we are missing.
It's still missing.
Okay.
It's still missing. Why is still missing? We forget history. We forget anybody who tells you ABC did they develop, you're not going to develop 7 days or 10 years. It will take also about 50 to 100 years more before we cover that vacuum. This would have been a time when £1 sterling equals to €1. Right? This was the time when the people say, you get for love the people, they give them what they want, thinking about it. One day, this was the time when Freetown was just about 800 to 900,000 inhabitants then. Suriname population was not up to 2.5 million. Of we've been getting a preparative stage where economically viable for this country, be it agriculture, be it any sector. Believe it or not, our youth to know for go abroad. This is what people don't know. And this is what I want people to know. That irrespective today, when they see a mushroom of aspirants, them, we're able to say, believe it me or you, after God in our state house.
Should we blame our founding politicians in all this?
Yeah, sure. Because there was a political virus of differences who caused the ethnicity problem. Right? Albert Magai, Kempa Smart, Sheikha Stevens, they all went weary. Hey, this party na Mende party, this party na Chimney party, and the concept is still there, and our historians so credible as they are in universities. I mean, we will not get mechanism for educating people and say stop it. It's wrong. They found all the political parties that were found by different tribes that will consist of Sierra Leone, right? No political party has a monopoly, but why are they preaching it? So in short, this don't bring about favoritism and nepotism. In short, this don't bring about a lot of class struggle between the lower, middle, and upper class. This will bring about a lot of dissatisfaction about people. Say, we inherited this virus not now, but decades back, and we couldn't manage it, and today we're suffering. I'll tell you this. And until we repair, we'll go back to it and tell the people, say, calm. Just calm. Respect your civic responsibility. When times come to vote, you vote. Don't give them more than saying. Say, but how many times we've been listening to the same rhetoric when they come today from aspirants of the two political parties? Is the same or is more than the same? I can do it. I can do it. I'm capable of doing it. I have money and all that. It's not money we're looking for. In politics, it's not money. When time comes for a convention, you begin splashing money because you want power. It's not that what we want. Right? I'll tell you an example of what, because I'm a Pan-Africanist. I get somebody now I respect. Not because I'm in Tomao.
Okay.
It's so kind-hearted for crate. That is Mohammed Kamara. Right? Where all this money, when people are saying they buy 500 bucks, they go dash people them, they dash out millions a day and a night. Why just can't they form an entity to will create employment for the rising population? Why should people keep on pointing fingers of government? We don't even get the capability for employment of 100,000.
Another concern where you talk about Sierra Leoneans, they really invest. I mean, they really invest within the country.
No.
But I don't mind for good put money in another man's country. And of course, this has been a systemic problem. People know they raise concern about that. You look at the people who get foreign accounts, it's very huge in the country.
Thank you very much for such a wonderful question. I love it. I say, when people see State House as after God. People, whenever you be a minister, a state politicians that are this country, the only way you can able to say no to them, you could lock your eye. Well, when you keep quiet and calm and listen to what they say. But for mystery, the amount of money don't go outside at the time when we get a crippling population, I should say, that if we've been put in use, we don't do for feed we don't do for put in an economic capability, we to the average will boost of a better socio-economic sustainability as compared to today. But if all this was not in place, how could we get it now at a very short period? This is the truth.
In as much as we talk about diamond and we get plenty of minerals there, we get a good soil as well. And for plants, some people believe, say, if we be so much serious in agriculture, in as much as the 64yrs Salone is one of the biggest plan or the flagship program of the now SLPP, but look at waiting Sierra Leone for them they export. I mean, waiting for them they give out and come with money. Another concern again, I've been talking to another thing, we are not creative as a nation in terms of branding and all. I mean, how we for attract people there, for be part of, or can support agriculture, how we for able to get, I mean, we get plenty things in this country, some foods then the way other country themselves wants for benefits from but they not get the ability, they not get the iron color, and they not get the ability or the soil for getting anything in there. I mean, Salone, we are so blessed, but we still a struggle.
Okay, thank you very much. This na a latter question. Now a latter page that one they need to go for. The causes, make I tell you. We na be corona be melting pot of all nationalities and ethnic groups. Them. That's so.
Yeah.
Of all, tell me how Kono looks like today. And for being the fastest developed district in this country also, that was principally where the wealth comes from in majority.
And when they come up, when you talk about coin, they talk about diamond. See that?
Then comes the cocoa and cacao, Kenema, right? Then during the 70s, then comes the bauxite, where they from the beach of the Mohammed Street up to Usai, Yile.
Okay.
Right? Then we talk of this minerals, we'll say why a bit of the mineral law reflect on the average Sierra Leonean. My brother will get a problem. I'll tell you. May they always look, because fortunately enough, you I was a former correspondent, I know about 14 countries in my world. Now I'll tell you things then. Let we learn to forget about what political party you belong to. Where my and papa been born we, God not ask you who certain group you want be, which political party you want be, which people you want for them born you, which country you are they born. Right? God sends us on a mission. Oneness, unity, not to by words, right? By implementation and practice. That's the sole goal. So you don't get two things then first. That ethnic divide, which is perpetuated by political tools and all, make people fucked up. You take into consideration the average moral of Sierra Leoneans. Then we get moral defect too. We get moral defect. We get a very serious moral defect. We to say civic education for stand firm, right? For educating masses on the truism of country development. But people then, right? Then they forget about development, they go too much on ethnic and political belonging at this time.
Alright, so Pakama, make we hold you this small. We get Prince Jacob online, we're an economist, and for be part of this conversation. Prince, good morning and welcome to the Epic Morning Show.
Good morning. Good morning to you all, and then good morning to the studio guest, and then good morning to your listeners.
Alright.
I'm so sorry, certain reason that I didn't make it up to the studio this morning, and I'm so sorry to the Epic family.
Alright, so we did talk about we problem that we get as a nation when we foreign aid. We as a nation we don't depend so much on the help we get outside than us utilizing which we get within the country. I mean, as economists, which you feel say not the reason why we so depend on foreign aid?
One thing, this is something we're very clear we people and get for know. We get for know say is due to a combination of very different factors.
Okay.
One, from we on days from the term from back is war. When a devastating war, when at the east, when the external way it become a very external problem in Sierra Leone. And then the second one, we get the Ebola shock. The third one, the COVID-19 pandemic, where and also weak governance and the major thing again when at the corruption.
Before the war in 1990, sorry, and we be still now this situation in Salone be there. I mean, you look at most of we main buildings them now from foreigners them, not so like now Salone man build them for we safe, but now from foreigners. So it has been longer from independence, not so even after the war.
Yeah, but then you know it was a different crisis.
Okay.
Before it was a grant, it was a free. New building was a free, national stadium was a free, all of the major thing was a free. But now it's not a grant. Now they will tell you it's an investment loan that the government has to be paid, or they will tell you it's BOQ, or they will tell you say this they need a government sovereign guarantee, which is all the time included in our national budget this particular time. So it's a different form from the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s to the thousands now that we are at the present. So it's a different form. So and then during the same day you see sustainabilities. Where now, you understand me, we are not heading for sustainability and longevity. Now we are looking for personal benefits. This is the problem in terms of governance now.
Pakama, you want to agree with economists? Pega on one, the war, Ebola, and that of COVID-19.
No, the war we're going to dispute, but the last statement I agree with them. Yeah, I agree with them. You see, what me they talk, voting up where were we? What were we before the war? Now this me they talk about. Sierra was on a smooth going level, but just as he rightly say, corruption, mad, and a hampered who present. Because you look, if we put all the resources we had then before the war, if we would show transparency and accountability and love for the country, if we be so patriotic and nationalistic and thinkable said one day the population will increase, and not doing tools, right? We would have put preparatives in place.
So, Prince, we don't go past probably 21 years now after the war ended in 2001, and when we declare, from the Loma Peace Agreement 2001 2002, I remember the exact date. We don't pass close to 20 years, but it's still the same, Prince.
Yeah, one of the things we get an economic challenges. Economic governance challenges where we get, and then we get weak institutions. We get weak institutions. These are some of the things: weak institutions. Bad governance. We get economic governance challenge. Then we get the lack of the private investment. You understand me? It's still into the private sectors. You still get monopolies. People already hold on to things, saying that they're no more for doing. You understand me? The country, they not give a free hand. Like, take an example. I know somebody where they try to come with, I don't know if you know the ends ketchup. You understand me? This person come with the ends ketchup, then get the person said, no, you have to be, because somebody is coming with the one with the Arabic writing.
Okay.
So this person is the right of coming with this ketchup. Ketchup, you get for everybody. If you accept the one car with epic ketchup, the one car with
So basically, for allow the market to be more competitive.
Yeah, the market for be competitive. This is not the problem more we get on all things. But then I don't want us to forget, say, we have a weak governance. We have you understand me, weak institutions them in Sierra Leone in terms of policy making. And then also again, the political trend is one major thing where it affect this country in terms of growth. Everybody where they come. Take an example. In 2018, they come with a single treasury accounts. That was the beginning. That was the beginning of the that was the beginning. I can't say failure. That was one of the biggest mistakes in terms of bio administrative.
Well, according to the president, he say one for trace how money they be spent in the country.
Does he have?
Continue. Go ahead. Well, according to the president, he say one for see how money they spend, how people and they use money. Because by then, if different accounts they be they hold on to it and they get, you can't trace how money they go out and how money they come in the country. Okay.
Of the day, the Minister of Finance is going back the following month or 2 months to go back with a supplementary budget and go request for more money. So I'm telling you about the bad governance, about the weakened institution, economical challenge. So for me, if now we watch at this particular thing, I so feel I'm not able to the studio for delve on this particular one. But make we watch at these things and all things. If you feel say when you tackle corruptions and you build your institutional capacity and strength, you then when we see what's in the happen, even the interference of the civil service now, even they affect the growth of the institutions then. So it's a lot that we have to do is try to put politics aside, try to bring in put the country first. Because for me, I always say, if we get good leaders, good institutions, and then we get good things then. And then of course the one major thing where from 2018 to now, Sierra Leone was a country that driven by economic growth through the mining sector.
Yeah.
But then nothing more we not see. Now we see the finance minister and the mines minister are giving contradicting story about funds raised, funds not raised, and everything. And then up to now we not get the right.
Some of those arguments they will make, especially from the mining sector, are those contracts, sorry to put it that way, I didn't consider it in a contract the way not good contracts, because if you look at our natural resources, including with minerals they will get, some people alone go tell you say the minerals they will get don't do for take care of the country. Let's look at contract agreement.
This is where we get things all wrong. Let me give you an example. Ghana Ghana currencies. When this new government come, John Mahama and all thing, if you get to the manifestos and all thing, in terms of they come in economical recovery and all thing, what do you see them do? The CDs been on the fly again after even with them in do recalibrations on the CDs to the dollar. The CDs was good. So waiting them come again and do and all thing. Then tie the money to a whole tons of gold and they get 3 blocks of oil and then put the money in 1 blocks of oil. So now if you find out CD is tracing the dollar at the moment, and then CD had a lot of value at the moment, and then trace the natural resources. So if you are coming and everything, so you have to come with the natural resources. You are to able to say this is what the country is doing. Now they are doing refinery, they are doing everything in Ghana. So Ghana is not in the tail of doing raw exports. As we are doing now in terms of iron ore, we are doing in terms of gold, we are doing in terms of, because diamond market is already spoiled in the thing. And then we are trying to see how we can do a dredge in terms of our oil thing. So our natural resources is our biggest problem because of mismanagement.
And you think if we manage them well, I mean, if we don't get a nation where we not go depend 50% on foreign aid?
Even if not 50% and all thing, I think let's put at 40% because to him I is very good, because one thing I think we get a very misplacement in terms of our natural resources. And then the last time and all thing, let me do a where I remember they may do a survey, they may do a geological survey where they may see if you for the whole countries will be see a drone may fly all over the countries for able for tie it and all thing. But at the ending of the day, I not see a yield anything to the country at the moment. So for me, I'm just trying to look at it, and then we go again. If we're able to get good governance, and then we're able to look at things the way I feel say proper for the country, and then we're able for say we'll build with institutions, then put politics aside, try for now we're able for develop Sierra Leone. I feel say now one of the major things where we're able for transform Sierra Leone. And then the thing where people are not able to realize the activities of the country for able for raise them and for able for rate them. Now the daily activities, because you can't tell me say interest rate is going to this, or you can't tell me say the country economy don't better when the people are at the market, where you go at the market, because it's a living organism. Economics is a living organism. When the people the thing or the tell to the actual man down the street. So these are some of the things that they have to look at, because anything where you do, it get forget an impact towards the. So
if you want for question the genuinity of the economists as well, because those figures where they calculate inflation on drop to 5 points or 6 point something percent, they are coming from the economists themselves as well.
Yeah, it's coming from where and all thing, but then if the only way you can be question it just feel like every day you tell me say you connect water now you use, but then you see you picking and they go get water every day. They say the pump lock, the pump this and that. So you get for able for say, hey, what thing are the easy way make a connect water for? Where you know they get them. This is just a simple analogy that can able to get you through it, because if you say the interest rate is coming down, it therefore telling to the market.
How we go able to fix this? I mean, with so much blessings we get from God with natural resources, how would we fix this?
Come again.
How we able to fix this problem with so much natural resources we get as a nation? How would we fix this problem?
One of the major things I feel say we get for try for do and all thing. One is a good governance, and then secondly the willingness to have a good governance, the willingness in terms of how best they can fight corruption, not selectively, and then also the inclusive, you understand me, of professionals into governance, and also allow the civil service, you understand me, the professionals them for able to do the work, not be interfering with the political appointees them, and then is a lot of things them, and allow the private sector for become open. Private sector for become open, and then also again the major thing where I feel say government for able to do and all thing. So many mistakes have been done. They need for try back for come and revisit it, because we begin get this from even the problem will begin getting all thing when they begin cancel the mining act them, when they come say then they do recalibration or redominations, and then so many things them way things was not in place.
That was a mistake. That was something the denomination, not something we be by the idea there.
No. I was the one. If you checked all records and everything, I was the one that I was the only single person in this country that was against the domination. And then it was a funny sign. I met with the former bank governor and everything. We met in the state and all things. Somebody was saying this is Prince and then this is this. The man shop said I was one of the person that helped to get him out of out of seat, because I was just trying to tell them that we are not in the position to do recalibrations. If you want to do a facelift of the money, good, but then recalibration to knock off the zeros, we are not in time, because how can you go and knock off? And then even Sierra Leone has a huge amount of money. I went to the former ministers of finance and all things. I told him, I said, if Corona is going to be for a while, it's going to be forever in our lifetime. Can you able to tie certain amount of money that is coming to either the Bank of England or to all other banks in terms of to create a COVID bond that Sierra Leone will just be cashing out? You understand me? And then it was not. And then instead they come and then bring in 500 billion for stimulus and all things. Up to now, they never give a proper report of that 500 billion how for able to see would I use them waiting at the stimulus, waiting at the benefit to the people of Sierra Leone.
Right. So, Pakamara, I don't see you want to talk about this because you don't see the mixed sign to me about waiting Princeton to say. I mean, and wait now you take.
There are times where we would advise the youth generation for them to make research.
Okay.
Right? When you make research, you get the question wrong, right? We get in economics, we get micro,
okay,
development, and applied economics. Would actually, my colleague, I don't know where actually specialize on. But there are certain things that he mentioned where I want to inside about the contract. We had urgently needed an amendment of the contract during the past government, because how could you expect the past government to give a 99 years contract to a given mineral,
mining,
African mineral?
Okay.
Let me talk as citizens. May they focus me attention on the political party, but on the do, do, on the do. And again, I think for the political individual, but the do. Because if you don't want it to be said, please don't do it the wrong thing, right? I want the kids of today when they come up, we used to let them be very independent when they approach issues them.
Okay.
Comparatively, let me go back to research. I will tell you this, that we live in an era of economic reformation, right? All these things, the way they talk, institutionally go back to research. They are in place, but the implementation for practical is yet to come. I said this before, right? You can get 5 billion loan from the World Bank. You get for representative policies them, and these policies will not be seen in practice over the next 2-3 years because they had the process to go through.
Yeah.
You understand? Now we come to the reality of the situation and try to educate the ordinary man. Whatever is of BO, right? It's not about BO in person, but what he put in place that in need criticism. And there is no democratic government in the world, just as he said, we don't need criticism. He has his, another man he gets you as well. But there is normally a dispute between the economists and the journalist, right? I want the economic analysis there to be free of any suspicion of bias. You know why? We are trustees of the people, right? You are a trustee of the people, Mr. Moderator. We always get for behave impartially for show the public so we don't belong anywhere.
Yeah.
Making an analysis is a very difficult thing, especially without statistics. If you listen attentively what my colleague has said, we want analysis more purely economic. What went wrong in the development applied micro or micro factors? Because to me, the GP, the gross domestic product,
GDP,
where we're going to be most of that when there's our own local investment, what I mentioned before, our own politicians. Them. Instead of pouring money into politics, get into yourself, think twice, invest the money into entities to create employment. The reason for all this backwardness about this bilateral, multilateral, and of course, internal debt is because there were no preparatives to the effect. Right? We'll go to defend them. The question of violation. Let me appreciate, as you mentioned, from 54% to a margin of inflationary period to a margin of 9 to 10. I got nothing to do with the ASLPP. I got nothing to do with the APC. I got nothing to do with no political party.
But I think it was questioned how realistic probably then figure there. Is it like we go to the market to see say inflation actually drop to?
That is exactly what I'm saying. You cannot you cannot get all the financial forces today. You see realism when it's when you get for this time for let it become realistic. I'll tell you something. Silver grounds was never like that. Right? It started with Skuruma, it started with Marabio. So we see realism. Right, but first of all, the first investment went nothing to nothing kind of so. This is how the countries develop. But for this young generation of youth, they said it now, it happens tomorrow, and that will never happen in any developed countries in my world. That is why I insisted, being a former correspondent in 8 African countries, then from Nigeria to Mauritania, I'm not in 14 countries in my world. I know what development is. I'm not an economist, right?
We did a stage now where people so eager now for get a quick fix to certain situation, because I mean over the years, like how in you yourself talk about things that get wrong as a nation.
But in human psychology, they tell you say control your ego. So when politics is full of ego temptations. A realist go think about the inner voice which they tell you. And forget the inner voice profound for let the public know what your inner voice you get. Don't listen to what they're saying. If you want to listen to what they say, make research and make sure to what they say, how best you can get a better answer.
All right, so Pakamo Goldie, before we come to you, waiting will be your solution to this problem. Prince, we will talk about this.
So my own solution.
No, I'll come to you. Let me round up with Prince quickly, and then I come to you. Prince, we talk about this single treasury account. For you, it's a concern, and you feel like yes.
Although I believe that the studio gets a little bit far, but the studio guest is trying to emphasize there, because if you try for just do a whole a point of waiting, they say it is try for you say governance is a continuation.
Yeah.
I think I get you right, sir.
Yeah, perfectly well. Unfortunately, I wish you'd have been here.
Yeah, we say governance is a continuation. But then also again, we pop in at the studio is trying to be a very diplomatic in the studio. So a governance is a continuation, but when they come in 2018, we'll find out say no, we not see any terms of continuations. That's where the 2018. For me, I can always say the second term of bill is the best, but the first term, no, I think they got it wrong. But the second time they are trying to fix. But then let's see how time is going on. That's my own takes I can only to give in terms of bill.
You talk about
also.
Go ahead.
Also, the pardon measure is a governance is a continuation. And then I want to make something clear where it's a so the past government, the 99 year waiting call. Well, definitely we know say Africa Mineral was a fraud. Even the geological studies, the things and everything, the 99 and all things, we know it was a fraud. You understand me? But then when you are coming from that 99, and then we see again waiting come with the Kino, when they try for introduce a company, when the Chinese Kino, we not be get no nothing and all thing. I still get those documents in terms of the account and everything. They came and make money off. Leone, the Chinese.
Another concern is then contracts like waiting, then mining coming and they give waiting the governments they get. I mean, it is within 1% out of 5%, and people still believe that agreement is still small.
Oh, definitely it's small. Don't say people and say. So even everybody, every Leonean, even I can tell you say the president will tell you say it's small. But then on the other side again, you get for watching to business. When you're trying to cajole people of coming for can do investment, for create a job creation into your country and all things. Certain things can they as a country you get for squeeze, you get for able for try, because you need you people and you like the president in agenda na human capital development. And then also into human capital development you need people and for you need job creation.
But are those squeezing then contract and they foresee because of are they yielding fruits now as we speak? Because we're still not people are still questioning independency, whether we are independent or not.
For me, I think we get to do a lot of research. But then for waiting, I could tell you and all things. Say if you yielding and everything, we'll not see that result. They come to the national budget, and then to the national budget or the we'll not see the account too much to the national budget, and then also again we'll not see it reflect to the people of the country. Because for me, I get this view: anything will not reflect to the people of Sierra Leone and obviously I benefit to the country.
All right, so now waiting will be okay. Well, we will see. You don't talk about initially they talk about this single treasury account you talk about, and that was a mistake. I mean, do you think it's possible?
No, it was a big mistake. the manner in which they introduced it, and then the manner in which it was handled, it was a very big mistake.
So waiting now you concern on that direction there.
No, for me, my concern was that was a very big mistake. The assignment was not being done, research was not being done properly for able for introduce them, and then also the manner in which, because the instruments and the tools the modem use and all things, because if we were able to get a proper technology for able to introduce the single treasury account, we'll be monitored, we're going to be able monitored by every single MDAs, single institutions. They know what thing that they do and all things, but we doesn't have the technology by then.
Okay.
And then they introduce them and all things. It was manually, so it was very difficult. You find out, say it was difficult. So many institutions, MDAs, were unable to create their normal, their yearly activities because by then there was a lot of constraints.
All right, so continue for the retreat. We'll get to you back after we don't pick we calls them. But Pakamara, quick one: how will we fix this problem as a nation?
First of all, that comes shortly. They say BO in second time is much more better than the first time. I'll make that side clear. From 2018 to 2023, President BO been going to call People's Manifesto, right? A clear the wound will be meet. It try for mena. Small. It was not an easy task for any government who just take over, right? So if the second time was good, right, that's not my concern. My concern here is, and I talk this repeatedly, and people and even listening to that. Something the apple tree, with all our expectations them, if we don't get this clear, it will be better. Look, damn ethnicity, damn political belonging, damn regional and sectional belonging, damn religious belonging, right? Just be on your own. You mandated by God for say the truth. Don't favor for favor's sake. You favor for favor's sake when only favor meriter. You demerit only when it is merit. Now look nobody to neither of your affiliations on life. Be independent on thoughts. Get your focus. Look, because why? I've been to some civilized countries in Africa. I'll bet you this. What do you mind? They be a political party member. The other man, they be political party.
And they're working together.
They're living together. But in Sierra Leone, this ethnic divide, it doesn't really happen. Or did not mean that intermarriage is not going to take place.
I not like for carry Burkina Faso in certain conversation, but you look at how progressive then don't be as a nation. Me not go on for compare that, but we get whole lot of things, plenty things for do as a nation.
And let me give you an example. I'll tell you, I've been a correspondent for 16 years in these African countries. Burkina Faso was one of the countries I went for. I worked for 2 years. I've been living at Zone du Bois. Zone du Bois in French, in Spanish, in English, now a place where we get beaucoup tree them. I don't believe this is meant for the international community, okay? Now, the revolution in Burkina Faso will never reflect in any other country, theoretically or practically, because we don't get the same culture, customs, and traditions. I'll tell you this.
No, Pakamara, there are certain countries, there are certain areas in this country. Pakamara, there are certain sides in there, not get that much exposure in traveling. But certain areas in a country, they could tell you say they specialize in this, and they are building on it. Government say they put more efforts for making them say, okay, if you want to go Bo, let's say for example, Bo they talk about Gari. I mean, there are certain countries then the investment in terms of Bulgaria should have been massive. When you talk about having Gari, the first thing you think of in this country, it will be Bo. And so look at other areas where we get per mine and then get other things there. We should have developed. I mean, in terms of we're looking at the modern age. There was a friend where they tell me the other day, he say, Ivan, he say, you can't believe that we get is it jelly? He say, how will it take us to make we put jelly? We get a straw in it, brand and say Sierra Leone stroke jelly, and make them more attractive. And people coming to this country, we know that okay, this is from Sierra Leone. And we push money go they come now the country. So these are the things that we want to talk about.
In a country with flexible laws, not rigid laws, radicalism pays, but it forgets an objective. It's not about arms. The use of words is a choice of arms. It's not about arms. It's not about acts. It's not about sticks. A radical move is somebody where they force a system for comport themselves according to the constitutional dictates of the country. Let me tell you something about somebody I remember best. One Dr. Bernard Lahai, he talk one word will grip me. He said, until Sierra respect the constitution of their own political parties and the national constitution, right? Sierra progress is always debatable. I tell you this. The problem we get in Israel is that we don't live up to even respect the constitution. We will be to say, I bring us together literally. No. Because after the constitution don't say this, we go see some fragments of which step counter constitutional deeds them, performance the way people say it doesn't go well with society.
All right. I'm afraid Pakama will for cut and short. They would actually stretch with time, but we will start with picking a call now on 079-994-993 and we'll go online and get to first call online. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Ivan.
Good morning, boss. Your name was call from, please.
Chairman Alex.
Okay, Chairman Alex, go ahead.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you to the guests at the studio, to the guests them. And I just want to say we big on the way they rule this country. They lack patriotism. And they lack this country, the politician them. We need to take we country to different level, but through this politics, that's why they go and sign contract them against the country where we the citizens benefit. We're not going to the benefits from in resources that we get. As you can see, all the mining company that will come, they go sign big contract, the money in a reflects to we. That's why we suffer in the country.
Okay.
We go and for try for put the country first down and put politics first. Politics on this country for we. That's why we suffer.
Thank you so very much. 079-994-993. Now the number for be part of the Epic Morning Show. And the logo online again and pick another call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Epic.
Good morning. Your name and side the call from, please.
Rogers Juba.
All right, Rogers, go ahead.
Actually, Mr. Kamarabi don't begin straight this thing. Because the question here, now how we begin go wrong.
Yeah.
And that diamond way Mr. Kamara talk about, now the correct thing, he left some things in the end, but you're not going to explain all. That diamond can still be taken out of this country. They can't go to America, the advice with them give for say they go can make Sierra Leone. Two conditions. When they make Sierra Leone done, whatever they put on a Sierra Leone, either they pay for the diamond or then put on a museum where people then go watch and whatever then they pay. When they get their money back Sierra Leone, the diamond they stay there for Sierra Leone. They say in they can't tell the people then. When they can't reach in Sierra Leone, they ask them. They say see Kamatero is sick. Seriously, they not ask them. They ask them about diamond, but the diamond now BX been broke that diamond. The part of that diamond 9 billion castries and na Spain.
Yeah.
Apart from that, we begin go wrong when Kefa Smart way they talk for where he go collect as agriculture minister, he go collect all the tractors in na southeast. Then bring the tractors in and they sell it as how they sell the railway. Apart from that one day again, we been get a reserve na this country. We then build a refining. They put reserve where we not go to Mamna line, no nothing if crisis can at the world. Now that reserve they use. That reserve they neither did they go pool, they say that they go buy crude oil, then they go take money in a federation banks like now that they make Germany vex pan we. We be get money in Germany, we be get in France, we get in England. Then they go take that money there, they say that they go buy crude oil, they save and then they go pool that oil way again at the reserve. Boku day we not are not able to explain now because time not there for that.
Okay.
But I think here make we go back.
Thank
so
you.
We say the last of all the OAU with then one way for host.
Yeah.
We not agree. Donations then we come for that OAU, then siphon up. Then go take the last money then within now we central bank now then use another one they make even Governor Bangra lost in life.
Thank
so Mr. Kamara be there na the correct footings. If I be there and they accomplish some of the things.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. 079-994-993. Now the number for be part of the Epic Morning Show. I mean, where do we wrong? Where do we get wrong, or we go wrong as a nation? Because logo line again, reaching this call, I guess. I'll say hello, good morning.
Yeah, going from Godrich.
It's from Godrich. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think the main thing is the GDP, when at the gross domestic product, we for try for increase. And we, the citizens, the all man, waiting at you output for the year, how much they contribute to the society in money, what they do for earn money for contribute to the society. Now you find out say there are a lot of factors where they affect the one day. The idleness, young men, young man in the course when people that they take, they find out say corruption. Government defense corruption, people that defense government against the corruption government defense. You know, the politicize of everything, every little issue we come before going to politics, the laziness, the thief, the lie, so many things that they win are more on the attitude side than on the technical side, where we as a nation need for change. If we not change with behavior, electric land book, you get all the qualifications. If you decide for go because then you don't add no value to the system. And people therefore go, let this office work. First you get office work before you be to say you don't work. People that they go study agriculture that they test for cancer don't know office instead of go till the land with the color. People that they left their village Canada, the urban testing cancer, you don't they play draft all day. Young men. So we have a problem with our behavior. And until we're ready for change that one day, then we no go able to see a way forward from this Begga Begga thing, because we no go produce individual adults, no go produce something for the system for realize every capacity. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. From my Facebook live page, Samuel Kamara is saying, how can you sign a contract for 99 years? Mama Salone, may God help this country. Okay, from Samuel 23 Beckle Street, and log online again and pick another call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Your name is
Now, Pakonche, they call from Obgon.
All right, Pakonche.
I tell you now, thank you very much. You see, the Westman them, what they waiting and call independence.
Okay.
Then let's give you reserve. Then say this money what they give now, una not for touch them. If for the extra, the money una they get now una go they use. We say what can get problem, but we reserve. Now what we force for say we want to owe you. From what we say we they do owe you, we take all we reserve. And then one we say, no we know us owe you. If we us owe you, we they get problem. Now from that Salome we reserve all, we don't take them.
All right.
We don't use all.
Thank you.
The AGNet, PZ, Kingsway, all the one they're all closed. We don't get money. We don't get reserve again. How we for do to run the country? Now patch no more. Now so the country take about. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much. And it's 079-994-993. Now the number for be part of the Epic Morning Show. I mean, that we call, go straight to the point. They talk about all getting wrong as a nation. I mean, it's independent. Log online again and pick another call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Ivan.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Abuloko Sentrawa Media One.
It's Abuloko. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, may God bless the panelists with Mr. Kamara. You know, he really dedicates the country over the past things that we don't happen at the country. May God continue to bless him for in submission with the give. Ivan, this country, we believe say Salone, one family. If we get peace, we get understanding to ourselves, this country they push. They don't see, but people and get different mind them. And what they say, we need for get committed leaders them for make this country push. You know, not to politics they make Salone change. We need committed people, not to educated people and they make Salone change. You don't see, always you need people away committed. Now then go make this country push so the way how the people want. You don't see, so what you they tell the politicians and do who they beg. At least the people and the suffer in the country. And then not for suffer so. We got all what it takes. Before then they can have power, they already don't tell you the problem of the country. So we believe say when they come, they need for can deliver for the people. Thank you, sir. The voice from Central One Media Man.
All right, thank you so very much. 079-994-993. Now the number for be part of the Epic Morning Show. We'll take 3 more calls and try to wrap the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Moses from the state.
All right, go ahead.
The problem with Sierra Leone, until you want to pull out of the mouth before the mouth must chew with caution. It's real for the president of 64yrs Salone. Sierra Leone, they put the empire. I thought to this country they were before. But all my people are look to government, and government and will make the fund. All my days are trying to play the government, then I this thing. They may be nothing. All day, now government in the talk about. Okay, no commodity. The government, before they find in this country, they let you everything, and every weekend, they let you rights operation, when I will cook with you, then they are sham, and they supply them. All the things have an enemy to supply them. All that the part of the other government camp, they don't follow the continuity with the talk about. They scrap all. The train now, SLPL now, this and that now, rights operation, all things of Kuza.
Okay.
That is the only, this country now before they know. When they come, when people they come can sign contract now, they put percentage before first. When some man is making on a way back, look 99 years, it's benefit of it. They just can't decrease, they go.
All right, thank
So
you.
now we set up a change your attitude in this country. We will change and the country the way before. When they give government the money for more for people, allow me to put them at the right place.
Thank you so very much. It exceeded 1 minute. Mr. Kadazak is saying 64 years is not 64 weeks, no day. So as a nation, we have gone through challenging moments. So just that, okay, I think we'll get a caller line again. We'll pick that call again. And all right, we lost that caller there. And if, because he said it's challenging moment, and just that implementation and the proper monitoring have been a major factor of that is affecting. Logo line again and pick another caller, and we'll continue down there. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Ivan.
Good morning, Amsa.
Thank you very much. Man, if I don't get this line today, it can say I lost millions.
Okay.
Bakama, let God bless you. That economist, let God bless him. Bakama, all what you talk for Salone Pueblo and in backwardness, is correct. Now, I make a tell people say the only dictator who fail in Africa na Pasheki. The only dictator who fail from them Mabutu Sese Seko, then Leopold Senghor, you know, na Sheki fail. Because Sheki the same way they run this country, it's man them. Like what maybe other previous scholars say, they left everything, man. Sheki na close the NDMC, the railway. We get a natural training company, NGC, the whole day. First of all, who be the 70s, 80s. You get what they call window shopping. The shopping are glass and get a net. You don't go watch because you don't get chance something. Now net, I mean they call a window shopping. You don't go watch and then you see that it show glass. You don't remember for thief man. Bra, Lego bless you, bra. Ivan, these two-way political differences, this ethnic party, man they worship party passing country. Now put to be in. If the people let me get the law for the country, say they call me Kitema, they say, na country born you, not to party born you. If you get that in mind, salute the better.
All right.
Not to support party born you. If you be number one loyalty to your country than party, but country let go bless you, the man. Ivan, now one of the best programs from no open epic and slick.
Thank
Let
you.
God bless you for that.
Thank you so very much. I'm going to take one more call and try to have the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. 079-994-993. The number last lucky call already don't come, and low pick and quickly.
Morning, Epic.
Good morning.
Lamin Samuel Koyato.
Lamin Samuel, go ahead quickly.
Yeah. All they count the people where they worship political party in this country, and I'm one.
No, okay, so Lono continue with this conversation. Lono call name and Lono attack personality. We stick to the conversation. Yeah, and Pakamara, you don't listen to it we'll squeeze in this last call. Please go straight to the conversation. No attack anybody, no call anybody name, and we'll just stick to the conversation. Yeah?
How are you, sir?
Good boss, go ahead.
Yes, sir. In this Kush business, I would repair for.
So we need to talk about Kush, yeah? We need to talk about 64 years of independence Salone. Still, they beg other country there for help. I'm afraid we're not going to pick any more call again. Pakama, you don't listen to the callers them. Quick one under 1 minute. We're not going to better time again.
On behalf of the 64yrs Association of Journalists, Reporters Union, and all my colleagues them who are the media, and I appeal to them for them to forget about political affiliation, religious affiliation, and ethnic affiliation. And I appeal to them and know say we get what we sign for.
Yeah.
We are trustees of the people then. When you're on media, whether you write or you talk, if you always talk impartially, not to for support or damage anybody, but give reasons for doing that.
Yeah.
We are veterans here. I like it. And I also like to thank the people that will take part in this program. Praise and praise and praise. These are people over 55 years old. And they tell you now, Mr. Epic journalist, they will do the same for choose the right topic that I've been telling about. Because I knew what would come after. If we can able to know the damages we'll get before, believe we'll find a solution for go forward. But one thing what they say, believe it me or you, I start to say this, we will not go ever expect a tripartite will come into being as expected or put all the amendments of not put realities in place.
Thank you so very much, Pakamara, for your time for being part of the Epic Morning Show. And thanks to our beautiful callers, for we want to take on our time for be part of the show. This is so much important to me, and for me could discuss about waiting don't be the problem. So far, from 1961 to now, waiting don't be the problem in this country. Good that we don't highlight few, then that I will believe it's a government official then where they listen, go take note of how we could go back to the drawing board. From always to gather for us to be a patriotic citizen is another challenge. I can always say this in the quiet moment. Salone, a country, if you tell someone, say, just kick the national flag, you're almost millions. Plenty of people go on. Why you should go to a country like the Americans or the British, they'll find it very difficult for do such. So this they should say it's about how we like we country, be it politician or not. There is no place like home. At times you can want to see. Like how would they fight against Kusho? Presidents can decide, say, nobody want for travel outside the country, make all dinner the country, and fetch Kush. Make we sit down in this country 1 month, nobody not going inside. But I'm afraid if you look at if anybody sick when a politician, they will fly outside the country go for medical. But look at the layman. How that's possible? So at times we need some brutal decision then for make we come out from that stage of us going out there for ask for help in as much as we get plenty things we feel like we can make use of. We natural resources, you go through the beach. People in there run in for kind of this country for kind of enjoy wait till they run away from. That's the most ironical part of things. You go to a beach, you see how this December you watch for see how most people in the camp, watch how the beach then therefore full up. But I'm afraid are we utilizing those? There is a concern. So thank you very much for our time.